Good morning, YouTube. I know I look like a hot ass mess because I just woke up, and the only reason why I got up to make this video is basically because I was listening in my sleep to the news. I think it was CNN, and they're talking about how this issue with these other countries. They're talking about terrorism and so on and so forth. So let's give you a brief history about what happened. 9/11 was last week sometime, and in another country, I'm going to try not to use any names because I don't want to get in trouble for anything or whatever, but in another country, they actually killed 4 U.S. ambassadors. And in this particular country, the president of that country, it took him 2 or 3 days to reprimand the people who actually killed those U.S. ambassadors. During that process, they started to burn down like the Kentucky Fried Chicken and the Carl's Jr. and the Burger King and the McDonald's and, other American influences that were within this particular country. And they started to publicly burn the American flag. Now, I'm going to tell you, the big thing about the American flag is that just like with money in America, in case you're unaware, but it is illegal. It is considered to be treason if you do that in the United States of America. I know this for a fact. It's history. You don't believe me? Like LeVar Burton says, go take a look. Anyways, yeah, so if you burn money, if you let a public official see you burning money or burning the U.S. flag, it is considered to be treason. So that's why that's like a really big thing, because these other countries, not just this particular country is burning the American flag, but there, as of now, today, 22 countries in 1 week who are pledging death to all Americans. Not to mention, over the weekend, there's this 18-year-old boy who was an American citizen who actually, in Chicago, said that he was gonna bomb a popular Chicago bar, and he wanted to kill as many as Americans as he possibly could. 18 years old, you guys. And I'm gonna tell you why this is an issue for me. Now, my thing is that, of course, a lot of us Americans have many different nationalities, and America just happens to be the place where we choose to live. But when the shit hits the fan, and if you decide to try and leave America, your country, your native country may not accept you back. And they actually might try to kill you. So for me, if I decide that I want to pick up my family and leave the United States of America and move to a different country of whichever is my choice, I'm going to be considered, even though I am an American citizen, but, they're not going to accept me in another country. And the problem with this situation for me is the fact that, okay, I understand that since Obama has been in presidency, there's been a lot of issues. But I also think that a lot of people don't understand is that these issues did not just happen overnight. Obama did not do this stuff overnight. He didn't, it just didn't happen overnight. There was no way possible. The thing is that it's been going on for probably about the last 10 to 15 years, started by his predecessors. And his predecessors knew exactly what they were doing, but they did not care. They knew what they were doing would satisfy them in that moment, and then the trickle-down effect would be left to blame on whoever happened to be in office at the particular time when the effect started to actually take effect. They knew what they were doing. And it just so happened to be that there was a black president in office when the effects started to show. It scares me to the very core because these people are pledging death to not just our government, not just our military system, Not just our Air Force. They are pledging death to all American citizens. You know, I watched Cat Williams last night. Cat Williams 2012, Catacopolis or whatever the fuck it's called. I watched it. And I think that Cat Williams was dead ass wrong when he looked straight in the camera and said, "We are better than you. We're better than you." I think he was dead ass wrong for that. I love Cat Williams. I think he's funny as hell, but I think he was dead ass wrong for that because, see, this is the thing. I don't claim to be any part of anything that my government does to anybody else. I will not claim anything, no part in that at all. Because when I go to vote, when I have a say so, when I feel like things are not right within my immediate community, you think they paying attention to me or the average person? When you actually look at the process of voting, it has absolutely nothing to do with the votes that you actually put in that little box. And if you know your history of, you know, Congress and the preamble and all that other stuff, you'll see how intricate the system of voting is. Okay. So I'm at 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So stay tuned for part 2.